8338 Collective. Tamira Hamilton here. I blog about the business of beauty. I was supposed to go live tonight with a guest. I ran over a little bit, and I want to that's actually why I'm on here. I feel like I'm in the sunken place. Maybe I zoomed in a little too much. But I came on just to continue a little bit of conversation. I have this sales mastermind that tonight was the first night, and the whole objective of it is to help small local business owners, network marketers, affiliate marketers, e-commerce boutique owners, those in the business of beauty, to increase their sales in 6 weeks. And this was something that I actually meant to discuss this week in the mastermind, and I forgot. So what I'm gonna do, because it was good. Sometimes the spirit just fills you, and you follow the guide of the ancestors with them whispering in your ear, right? And so I just want to continue on with the conversation just a little bit about the difference between sales and marketing, right? Because I'll be honest with you, I myself have really done a good job in the last almost 10 years of really being focused on marketing in my business. And it wasn't until the last year, actually probably since I made some significant changes in 2018, that with my business and left and had severed a really long-term partnership and just really started focusing more on my marketing business. And of course, when you do that, you got to really focus on sales. And so the reason I created this mastermind was in order to be able to help other people with what I've learned about sales in nearly 3 decades of being in sales, marketing, and leadership. So one of the big things, like I said, is in the last 10 years, I've really been focused on marketing. And here's why, okay? Because in the online space, we know that there's like 2.3 billion active users on Facebook monthly. We know Instagram is at least a billion. Pinterest is about 350,000 to 500,000. God only knows how many TikTok is. It's the most downloaded app on the App Store, right? So we know that we can go and we can find people to do business with that we normally would not be able to do business with otherwise, because we wouldn't even know them, know they existed, or know anything about them if it wasn't for these great things called the internets and social media. So that's one of the greatest reasons I have focused on my marketing. The other is, and I really talked in depth about this on the mastermind tonight, is this reluctance with sales. And yes, me being a leader in the sales industry for as long as I have, I still have to work through and deal with sales reluctance. I do, right? Everybody, most people do, right? And, one of the things we discussed on the mastermind is that people tend to not want anything to do with sales, either as a salesperson or a consumer. People love to buy. They don't like to be sold. And that's because the whole selling thing usually is focused on closing, right? And so, but that really truly is the difference between sales and marketing. So let me break it down for you just a little bit more. So marketing is going to be more passive. It just is, right? Because it's like you put the information out there, you invest in the relationships, you invest in the content, but you have no control, no direct influence over the sale being made and when it's going to be made. And so marketing, therefore, is very passive. And what I see a lot of people do, myself included, is we get really caught up in being passive about our sales. We leave it to the gods, right? We leave it to the ancestors. We leave it to the wind about our sales, right? And sales is active. Hi, Ty. Sales is active. Sales is a contact sport. Sales is you actually having conversation with people around your product, and it is direct, and it is actively asking for the sale. Everything you do up to asking for the sale is usually marketing. Okay? It's not sales. Sales is moving people through a process in order for them to make a buying decision. Okay? And so sales is going to be more active. And most people have a reluctance to sales because it is active, and they think that sales being active means, oh, thank you, Paris by Paige bought a badge. I was going to invite you on. Thank you, girl. My sugar mama in the house. So people have a reluctance to sales. I'm sorry, these flyaways are killing me. I think I got them. So people have a reluctance to sales because they picture the sleazy car salesman, whatever salesman from TV, from their childhood, from them being a woman and having a negative experience maybe in sales with a pushy salesman somewhere, right? And when you have this mind shift around sales, the first mind shift you need to understand and have is that you're going to be waiting a long time for attraction marketing. I'm going to just be completely honest with you. If your attraction marketing is not leading to direct conversation where it now turns into the active selling process, you're going to be waiting a long time for strangers on the internet to become your customers and join your team. And I can tell you, because I was the queen of getting orders in my sleep in 2014, 15, and 16. Then Instagram made a whole lot of changes. And the ability to get those orders in my sleep really slowed down to like a screeching halt, right? And so I had to accept the fact that I needed to be more active about my sales, right? I mean, and I would do it back in the day because I never really relied totally on sales in my sleep. I always did some active, but it was more in my group and with people who really pulled in close to me as far as being a part of my network. Paige says, speak the truth, right? And so I would, do something passive like beauty classes. Those are still more passive. I don't care that you're making a call to action on the post. Unless you are speaking to one person one-on-one, it is passive. It is not active, right? So it becomes active once you take that conversation offline and you are passive. You are having a conversation. The answer is yes, Paige. I just saw your order. Your text. So sales is going to be active. Once you get that person in the inbox and you start having that conversation with them, now you're moving into the sales process, and you can set expectations around follow-up and what the next steps are, okay? And so I would do like a beauty class, for example, and then as the beauty class is starting to wrap up, if I'm not getting the sales, if I'm not getting the new lead, well, I've already collected leads to a certain point, right? If I'm not getting the sales that I want, then I know that it's time to get in the inbox, right? And this is one of the things, Chris is here, she's in my mastermind. We just talked about this in the mastermind. Now, I'm not going to give you everything I just gave them, because let me tell you, Chris will tell you, I brought the fire tonight. Like the spirit just took over, and I just got to, I got fired up and really poured my heart into that. But I want to give you like a little synopsis, because there's still time for you to get involved in this sales mastermind. And so, like I said, if you are waiting for sales to happen, you're going to be waiting for a long time. It's time to get in the inbox and actually start being active, right? And so a lot of that is really around your sales mindset, because so many of us have negative connotations, as I opened this up with, around sales. We've had negative sales experiences, okay? And so what this mastermind does is it really helps you get through and work through some of that, because I had to do it and I still have to do it every single day, okay? And again, if you are waiting for sales, it's not measurable, it's not duplicatable, whatever the word is, because everybody says it's not a word. It's a very hard skill set to transfer attraction marketing, in my opinion, unless you get with the right folks. A lot of what people are calling attraction marketing and what they're telling you, they've either never done it, they've not tested it, they don't know if it really works. A lot of it is foolery. Not a lot of it, but some of it is foolery. I believe in curiosity marketing, but what I define curiosity marketing is not, pretending like your company doesn't have a name and being all MIA secret agent about that. That's weird to people. These are the things that we do that make people repel against the industry. Okay? So you want to position yourself as a person who can be known, liked, and trusted, right? So it is a mix. It is never either or. Everyone always thinks that, and I've been answering this question the same way since 2014, 2015, and it is this: should I focus more online or offline? And the answer is you need to do both, right? Because a lot of people see online as passive when it can be actually both passive and active, as I'm about to explain, and they see offline as active. And I know a lot of people building passively offline too. Okay, what you can do online, you can do offline. It's true. Okay, it's like algebra. What you do to one side, you can do to the other. They're the same thing. It's just a different marketplace. One is a virtual marketplace, one is a physical marketplace, but they're still comprised of people and consumer behavior. We talked about consumer behavior tonight as well on the mastermind call. Okay, so and I'm gonna bring it back, because I said, is it offline or online? And when you're online, the question becomes active or passive. If you're not getting the results that you want, it's because of a couple things. Number one, you're probably too passive. You're relying too heavily on attraction marketing and not actually doing active selling. You're not actively selling. You're not actively prospecting, recruiting, having active conversations. Your DM is stale. Your DM is cold, right? If your DM is cold and it needs to be heated up, that's probably why you're not selling, because your DM is cold. If you're online marketing every single day and you're not getting people in your inbox and having conversation, sis, go to bed and try again. Because everything you do online should be about leading to conversations. And I know there are people out there selling funnels and doing stuff in your sleep and all that, and that is great. But unless you've got budget where you can do like thousands, tens of thousands, 20 of thousands, 50s of thousands, hundreds of $1,000s in advertising a month, being able to build a multiple six-figure business just off of ads and funnels is probably not going to happen. I'm going to just be honest with you. You've got to do both. You've got to be active and passive. And the goal of your passive activity, which is your marketing, your content marketing, your attraction marketing, because they're really the same thing. At the end of the day, I know, people like to think they came up with this phrase, attraction marketing. It's really just content marketing, is to get to the conversation. If you have any other goal for your online marketing, go to the dry erase board, wash it off, and start over again. Especially in a business like network marketing. And I'm going to tell you from my own experience, I was the queen of waking up to $300, $400, $500 orders of skincare and makeup. 2014 to 2016, right? But here's what I can tell you. Very few of those people came back and ordered again, and very few of those people were actually interested in having a relationship with me. And this is a relationship business. It is called network marketing. You first need a network to be able to work. Okay? And you need to be building relationships. The people who joined my team randomly from the internet, very few of them ever turned out to do anything. Right? It was the people that I had relationship with that would stick with me for long periods of time through good and bad days, because we had the relationship, because we had communication, because we had conversation, because we had dialogue, right? And in the beginning, that is what you need. Now you can scale your business to a point where it don't matter and you can focus on more of the attraction stuff, but you still at some point need some active selling, some active prospecting and recruiting in your business. You just do, right? The number one thing you need as a network marketer is more leads. You need more conversations. People putting in their vote so you know where they are and what to follow up with them next about. That's what you need, right? And your content can help you start those conversations, but after that, you've got to take over. And for a while, that's the way it's got to be. I remember years ago seeing someone, I think it was on Periscope. This is how long ago it was. And they were talking about, the biggest thing you need to offer as a lead magnet, often in the beginning as a new business, especially online, is a free phone consultation or a free DM conversation. That's why I always say it goes down in the DM, right? It goes down in the DM. What? It goes down in the DM, right? And that's why, because you need that conversation. Your closing ratio, your closing effectiveness is going to be the highest where? Where do you think? Through attraction marketing? I kind of already gave it away. Or through active selling? You're going to close more people through active selling, right? You're going to close more people through active selling. Because those people that you do that with initially, one-on-one, in the DM, conversation, you keep them happy and grow that to a certain point, they're going to show up on your live videos. They're going to show up on your pre-recorded videos, your reels, your TikToks. They're going to show up there and they're going to do the selling for you to the other strangers. Okay? But you got to get them first. Otherwise, it's really hard, right? It's really hard. Even people who go viral on like TikTok and Instagram, the reason they're able to all of a sudden have all these sales is because there's so much comment activity and people coming in and saying, yeah, it worked for me. I've done this, I've done that, and this is what it's done for me, and this, and that, and they can see that in the comments. And again, those people are doing the selling for you. Okay? But in the beginning, and that's what a lot of these big gurus, spelled GOOROOS, gurus, are not telling you. Did you know that? Did you know that a lot of these gurus who are out here selling you expensive funnel software and expensive funnels, period, they actually, for a lot of their high ticket offers in that, they actually have a paid sales team that closes that by phone. And so when they are asking you for information, they are texting you, and depending on the offer, when you get to the high ticket offers, they are closing on the phone. That is not happening online. Right? Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that, because they don't advertise that part. They don't tell you that until you pay for their high ticket mastermind and then ask me how I know. Okay? They have, and sometimes it's not even employees of theirs. They outsource it, and they pay lots of money for these scripts and all that, and it is actually closed on the phone. So if you know that, why would you put all your eggs into waiting for attraction marketing? Because I'm gonna tell you, I've closed people from attraction marketing, right? But the ones that stick with me, they end up in my DM. I'm thinking of one of my really good friends now. from my old company. She had messaged me, and it went into that one miscellaneous box on Facebook, and I didn't see it till almost 9 months later. And I messaged her and I apologized to the hilt about it, and that I hadn't seen it, and if she was still interested, and I didn't expect her to be interested. I think I even said that I'm sure you're no longer interested, and you found something else that you love and that you're doing, but I just wanted to let you know and acknowledge you. I did see your message, only I'm just now seeing it 9 months later. No, child, she hadn't. And she didn't join me that day. It still took another 3 some months, but it wasn't because of anything I've done, just life circumstances. She wound up joining my team, attending convention and everything. But where did that happen? It happened in the inbox, right? So you want to be having those conversations, and you want to be actively selling. You need to actively be prospecting. You need to actively be recruiting and adding names to your list. And let's talk about this, because we talked a little bit about this in the mastermind, and I'm not going to go all the way there. But let me just tell you that, I've been talking a lot. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. I was like, let me just tell you. But anyway, you need to be actively recruiting, okay? You need to be actively prospecting, because if you're not, it can take you upwards of 24 months. Because Sue, the woman I'm talking about, she'll tell you, it was 12, 18 months. She had watched me for a whole year. And I also want you to understand this. She watched me for a whole year, and had I not found her message in the inbox, I would have never even known she was there. She never commented. She never liked. She never engaged at all. Okay? She never hit me up at all. I mean, she never engaged with the content, but she went to the message. And that's one thing you will find with people from attraction marketing. They don't necessarily comment or like because they're too busy going to your website. They're too busy. I'm not. I'm about to wrap it up. They're too busy taking action. They're busy doing something, right? So likes and comments can kind of be overrated. I like to measure how many conversations do I have going. Is my DM just popping off? I mean, like, you hear it while I'm sitting here. Messages, right? It goes down in the DM. That's where the money happens. So please join us for this 6-week mastermind. I still have a seat for you. And you can find out more about joining and take your seat by DMing me or commenting below, and we will have a conversation about you joining the mastermind. I'm getting a little tired, a little winded, so I'm going to go. But thank you, Paige, for your badge. Thank you, Chris, for showing up. See, that's how you know it was good. When you preach to them for an hour and then they still show up when you go live elsewhere, right? That's how you know it was good. That's how you know it gave what it was supposed to give, right? She already told you in the comments it was fire, and we just got started, honey. There's so much more to come. I want to help you with your sales breakthrough, because I'm over here killing the game. I really ain't made it public yet, but I just earned my seat to Cancun today. Level 1, and I still got 2 months to get level 2. You think I ain't gonna get level 2? I'm gonna get level 2 or die trying, you know? And so level 2 is the seat, the airline, the $400 airline credit, and the reception, okay? But that's because I didn't leave it to chance in attraction marketing. I work my network, right? That's what big fundraisers do for your nonprofits. They work their network, okay? That's it. My name is Tamira Hamilton, and I am done speaking. Join the mastermind. DM me ASAP. Let's talk. I'll tell you everything it's about, the costs, and all of that. But I'm losing my wind. I'm losing my voice. I'm tired. And I will chat with y'all later. Thanks so much. Bye.